Welcome to the next part of our video series on the safety acceptance test. In this video, we want to show you what to bear in mind when replacing a component. Which components are in fact safety relevant? The control unit on the one hand and the motor module on the other are safety relevant. Depending on the safety drive function used, however, it's also possible that the equivalent encoders may be relevant. What is actually meant by a component replacement? Component replacement means a one-to-one swap. This means that components are exchanged for other components with the same order number. In our example with the press, we now assume that an encoder is damaged and we want to replace it. After replacing the component, we no longer, of course, have to perform the complete acceptance test. It's quite sufficient to check and document the mechanical system. What can something like this look like? For example, quite simply, we can set a standard speed set point and compare it with the safe actual speed and log it. However, it's more convenient and consistent with the first acceptance test if we can resort to the guided acceptance test in the start drive. We start the acceptance test, select the mechanical test and launch the wizard. Again, we're guided step by step through the acceptance procedure. First, the drive must be switched on and moved. In our case, this is again done via the control panel, in other words, the user program. In the next step, we see that the trace graphically displays the load side safe speed, shown here in blue, and the motor side standard speed, shown here in red. Here it's now necessary to assess whether the two speeds match each other, and also match the machine speed. The gear ratio is the difference between the motor side and the load side. Taking the gear ratio into account, the speeds are the same here. The test of the mechanical system has been successfully completed. On completion of the function test, the record is generated again. And in this exported document, we're free to add that it was a partial acceptance due to the component replacement. As you've seen in the example of our encoder replacement, it's not necessary to repeat the whole acceptance test. It is quite sufficient to perform only the relevant tests. So, thanks to the StartDrive engineering tool, you can perform the acceptance test quickly and easily.
Siemens, ingenuity for life.